This is my 10 euro PC I got from the flea market. Why did I pay 10 euros for this old junk? The beautiful green LEDs and the Corsair VS 350 is in there, and I saw the RX 550. It was pretty beat up inside, but those two components by itself are worth way more than 10 euros. Obviously it works, so it was worth the price. I was actually filming the whole process of me cleaning it up and everything, but I had an accident. My storage was full on my phone, so I went to clean it up and I accidentally deleted all the videos I recorded before. So I'm stuck with half the content. It's missing the first half actually, but I decided to do it anyway, so better than nothing, I guess. So if the specs on this thing, let me show you. Just a second. Okay, so it came with AMD Athlon X4 840 quad core, and it came with 4 gigs of DDR3. I added 8 gigs that I also got on the flea market, so total 12 gigs. And obviously RX 550, and if you look over here, this is the SSD that I extracted from the PC. I'm gonna show you on the screen how it looked while it was still in there when I opened it up. But the main thing is it's gonna get an upgrade, and it's this combo right here. It's a little dark. It's this combo right here. Stick to the end of the video to see the upgrade. It's a pretty good deal. First game is Fortnite on 720p windowed mode, performance mode, 70% 3D resolution, and we are gonna use lossless scaling from Steam because it runs really poorly, so we're gonna give it a better chance, so to say. Let's do 30 here and 2 times here. Scale. There is some input lag, but let's try. Feels smooth. There is some input lag. Let's see if that is gonna be bad in fights. Okay, first kill. Well, it's not so bad, but I suppose it would be bad in if it included the building part. In zero builds, it's fine. So if you look right there between the MSI numbers, on the left is 30 and on the right is the generated frames. So for an old system like this is the best you can get. Oh, this shotgun shooting so slowly. Okay, that was so lucky, honestly. I'm so bad at this game. Sorry. Anyway, so it's kinda playable. I mean, for 10 euros, can you really complain? So let's go to the next benchmark. Okay, next up is GTA 5, 900p, DirectX 10.1, and everything is set to the lowest possible. You can play it like this, you get around 40 FPS. It's a console-like gameplay, I guess, old gen at least. But I'm gonna try lossless scaling anyway, so let's see how that goes. But it's perfectly playable like this. Okay, so around 30 FPS I guess. Let's try lossless scaling again. Let's try going to 900p and VSync off to see what happens. Well, I guess this is okay as well. Well, I mean, if I really had to, I guess I could play the game like this, but I don't see it running GTA online with this setup. Let's do the jump here, and that's it for now. Oh shit. Okay, let's go to the next game. Next one up is Minecraft. Okay, back to... let's do unlimited and do it like this. Our processor is the limiting factor here, I guess. Oh. What if we do... 4 chunks? Okay, 4 chunks looks to be the sweet spot for this setup. There's some stutters there. Well, it's somewhat playable, I guess. Not the greatest experience. Yeah, I can't see much. Come on, die. Yeah, I died. Title screen. Let's go to the next game. Next game is Red Dead Redemption 2. Everything is set to the lowest. 720p, getting around 20 FPS. I guess for riding around it's okay, but anything else it's impossible to shoot people and so on. So gonna do lossless scaling again. It's unscale, scale. Okay, the artifacting is still noticeable, but not as much. Still struggling a lot. There's some terrible input lags, so this game is not playable even with lossless scaling. looks okay-ish, I guess, but still the GPU is struggling 100%. Yes, too much input lag, so this game is not playable. So without lossless scaling, we are getting 20 FPS. With lossless scaling, we can get 40, but there's too much input lag and the GPU is really struggling. Let's go to our next game. Next game is Rise of the Tomb Raider. 1080p. Everything is set to the lowest possible. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is really laggy. You're getting 70 FPS, 2019. Not good, not good. Let's see if we can change anything. Graphics, everything is the lowest. Display. Let's try 720p. A little bit better, honestly. 27 FPS. Somewhat playable. I suppose I could play like this. Not gonna bother with lossless scaling here. This is okay-ish, I guess. How did I survive this? Okay, I died. So 27 FPS on average. It's okay, I guess. Let's leave it at that. Now that the benchmarks are done with the 10 euro PC, let's talk about this right here. So when I went to check it out on the flea market, it was in pretty rough shape. There was no cooler, and underneath it looked pretty bad. There was so many bent pins, like over 10 of them. But I did see an i5 8500, that's 6 cores processor. I asked the guy how much he wanted for it. He said it's broken, he wants €3 for it. So even if the board didn't work, if the processor works, the processor alone is like €50, at least in my country. So I got this for only €3 for an i5 8500. That's unbeatable. This is the best find I got on the flea market so far in the past 2 years. And I got these 2 sticks for free from my brother. He bought new ones. He said he has some problems with these. He had blue screens and so on. So I'm gonna test it out. Hopefully at least one of them works. Okay, let's see if it boots up. No. Oh yeah, I didn't click it. Okay, there's power. Can we get a picture? No picture. Gonna have to troubleshoot what's wrong with it. Debug LEDs show RAM issues. Okay, I did try it with only one stick before and it did work. Maybe one of the bent pins is not making a good connection. Okay, I think it's gonna boot up. It sounds different. Okay, so it does boot up with one stick. As you can see, i5 8500 and 8 gigs of RAM. Try to get the picture. Still nothing. Still doing the same. Okay, gonna open it up again and see what else we got. Okay, so I have finally figured it out. There was one bent pin that I bent a little further, and I think what fixed it was there was some thermal paste in the DIMM slot for the RAM. So I think that might have been the problem. So anyway, so now we got a perfectly working dual channel. I used the GT630 just to test it out because it's easier to take it out of the slot since it doesn't go all the way to the front. So I'm gonna put this back into the PC and test it out. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if it turns on now. Yes, we have picture. Dual channel works. Can you imagine? 3 euros. 3 euros for the motherboard and i5 8500. That's just amazing. Okay, first up after the upgrade is Fortnite. While in the bus we are getting over 200 FPS. This is the same settings I tested with the Athlon. So to give it a fair comparison, we are gonna start with that and then increase the resolution and graphics. But so far, 0 stutters. The GPU is struggling a bit. It's on 90 plus usage most of the time. For start, I'm gonna land here just to get away from everyone to test out the settings. Okay, got a nice pistol. Okay, we can safely say it's over 100 FPS. Hanging around 200 most of the time. 150, 160. I guess this doesn't help with the performance, but let's try to pump it up a bit. So this is without lossless scaling. Let's do full screen 1080p and the rest is on performance mode 70% resolution. Keep changes. Let's see what we got now. Okay, we got one there. There's a guy over there. Let's try to get him. Okay, got another one. Honestly, not too bad. Pretty stable. Let's try to bump it up to 100% 3D. See what we get now. So the rest is still on performance mode, 1080p. Still pretty good. Sorry, I really suck at this game. So anyway, on performance mode we got over 150 FPS, and on 1080p 100% 3D resolution, 80 plus FPS, so that's pretty good considering the upgrade was only €3. Let's go to our next game. Okay, so this is GTA 5, same settings like when I tested it out with the Athlon, DirectX 10.1, 900p, and everything is set to low. For start we are gonna do that and then increase the resolution and the graphics. Zero stutters, just runs perfectly fine. The GPU is setting around 90 plus usage. So 150 FPS. I have to say this is running pretty well. This is GTA 5 Legacy, not Enhanced Edition, but still for the testing purposes and considering the Athlon was pretty weak. Okay, that's pretty good, so let's bump up the settings and restart the game. So DirectX 11, 1080p, VSync off, and we set textures, shaders, shadow, reflection to high, and anisotropic filtering ×8. Pretty stable, above 78 FPS. So we are getting 80 FPS on average. So it's showing 82 FPS on average so far. Pretty good. Let's go to our next game. Okay, so this is the original settings that I already tried. Let's see how it performs. Ooh, what? 700 FPS. What? The difference this makes. If I look in the sky, it's over 1000. Video. Let's do, I don't know, 12 chunks for starter. Maybe try the highest settings, graphics. I don't know about the rest of the settings. Let's do this for now. yeah, runs pretty well, except since the GPU is limiting us, there's a little bit of stuttering, but I guess that could be fixed with some tweaking on the settings. Let's do this and try fancy settings. Clouds fast, done. Over 200, 300. It's not even comparable to, to what we had before, but still, I mean, the PC was 10 euros to begin with. There was a big stutter there, but overall not too bad. Okay, so this is same settings like the other tests. 768p windowed mode. Everything else is set to low because of the GPU. Gonna ride around a bit and then bump up the settings a little bit. But as you can see, it's already so much better. 60 FPS. Honestly, this RX 550 is isn't bad, honestly. No, I would not. So 56 average, let's see. Let's ride to Valentine, see if it stutters there, since that's the most demanding area. Gonna cut the video here and continue in Valentine. Okay, getting closer to Valentine, let's see what happens. $48. Honestly, not too bad. I could play the game like this with no problems. The window is small, but it's not too bad. Maybe if it was paired with a smaller screen like 720p screen, it would be perfect. 43 FPS, 45. Okay, for start, let's bump up the resolution. Okay, the best we can do is 1024p. We are limited by the GPU VRAM. But at least we are full screen. Still getting about 40 FPS. Can I swing under 40? Let's get out. 45 plus. Let's see how the shooting is on this FPS. Come on. Damn, I'm bad at this game. Okay. Let's go to our next game. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Same settings like before. Everything is set to the lowest possible. And 720p. Let's see. Okay, above 60 FPS, still limited by the GPU, but the CPU is on 37% usage, so that's fine. Oh shit, I didn't know that they would even aim there. Okay, let's bump up the resolution if it allows. Start with that. Okay, 1080p. Ooh, yeah, the GPU. Well, it's playable, I guess. Oops. Yeah, I died. Yeah, anyway, it's playable like this, but I do want to test out lossless scaling and see what happens. Okay, let's do ×2 and let's limit the FPS to, let's say, 40. Scale. Oh yeah, this is so smooth now. Man, this lossless scaling program is so good sometimes. A little bit of input lag, but playable. Not the greatest, not the worst. Oh no, oh no, oh no, come on, come on, come on. If you stick to the end, I just want to say thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. If you enjoy long videos like this, comment below if you want to see shorter videos. Also leave a comment so I know what to focus on, and that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.